For over 600 years, one empire ruled across 3 continents. From the gates of Vienna to the deserts of Arabia, from North Africa to the shores of the Black Sea, the Ottoman Empire was one of the most powerful civilizations the world has ever known. And at the heart of that empire, in the palaces of Istanbul, the sultans had access to something ordinary people could only dream of: the finest physicians of their age, vast imperial gardens of medicinal plants, and a healing tradition that blended Persian, Greek, Arab, and Turkish knowledge into one of the most sophisticated systems of medicine in the medieval world. The Ottomans even built enormous hospitals, some with dedicated rooms where running water and music were used to calm the mind, centuries before modern medicine took such ideas seriously. Today, we are opening the imperial medicine chest of the Ottoman Sultans. 10 powerful herbs that were treasured in the palaces of Istanbul, and what modern science says about them now. Stay until the end, because the final plant was so valued that it became one of the most sought-after substances in the entire empire. This is educational content, not medical advice. Always talk to a qualified healthcare professional before using any herb, especially if you take medication or have a medical condition. Welcome to the Green Domain, where ancient wisdom meets modern science. Let us begin. Number 1. The rose, the flower of the empire. To the Ottomans, the rose was far more than a beautiful flower. It was a symbol, woven into their poetry, their gardens, and their medicine. The empire became famous for producing rose water and rose oil on an enormous scale, and these were used not only as perfume, but as medicine. Ottoman physicians used rose preparations to soothe the skin, to calm the digestion, to comfort the heart, and to lift the spirits. Modern research has found that rose contains antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compounds, and studies have explored rose oil and rose water for soothing the skin, easing anxiety, and their gentle calming effects. The flower the sultans loved turns out to carry real, measurable properties. Number 2. Black seed, the seed of blessing. Few remedies were as treasured in the Ottoman world as black seed, the small dark seeds of the Nigella plant. There was a famous saying, passed through the Islamic medical tradition the Ottomans inherited, that black seed was a remedy for every illness except death. That is, of course, an overstatement, and no plant can do that. But it tells you how deeply this seed was valued. It was used for the immune system, for digestion, for the lungs, and for general strength. And here is where it becomes remarkable. Black seed is now one of the most actively researched traditional remedies in the world. Its main compound, thymoquinone, has shown antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and immune-modulating effects in a large body of laboratory and clinical research. Studies have explored black seed for blood sugar, blood pressure, and inflammation, with genuinely promising results. An ancient seed of blessing that modern science takes very seriously. Number 3. Sage, the herb of long life. The Ottomans were passionate about sage tea, and they drank it throughout the empire. There is an old saying, found across many Mediterranean cultures, that asks why should a person die who has sage in their garden? Sage was used for the throat, for digestion, for memory, and as a general strengthening tonic. Modern research has found that sage contains antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compounds, and some studies have explored sage for sore throats, and even for memory and cognitive function, with early but encouraging results. The herb the Ottomans brewed for long life is now studied for the very mind they hope to protect. Number 4. Mastic, the tears of the tree. On a single Greek island under Ottoman rule, a remarkable substance was harvested, and it became one of the treasures of the empire. Mastic is a resin that drips from the mastic tree in droplets that harden into what were poetically called the tears of Chios. The Ottomans prized mastic intensely. It was chewed to freshen the breath and clean the teeth, and used for the stomach and digestion. Demand was so high that the production of mastic was tightly controlled. Modern research has found that mastic has genuine antibacterial and anti-inflammatory activity, and studies have explored it for digestive problems, including certain stomach conditions, and for oral health. An ancient chewing resin with real studied effects on the gut and the mouth. Number 5. Senna, the remedy of the physicians. Senna was one of the most important practical medicines in the Ottoman world. It is a plant whose leaves and pods were used, very specifically, as a powerful natural laxative. Ottoman and Islamic physicians understood it well and used it carefully because they knew its effects were strong. This one is not folklore. Senna is so effective that it is still used in modern medicine today. Its compounds, called senocides, are found in approved, over-the-counter laxatives sold in pharmacies around the world. An Ottoman remedy that made the direct journey from the imperial physician to the modern pharmacy shelf. But please note, Senna is powerful and is only for short-term, careful use. If you are enjoying this journey through the imperial pharmacy and you appreciate history and science told honestly, take a moment to subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel, and there is much more of this to come. Now, back to the herbs. Number 6. Fennel, the seed of digestion. Fennel was a staple of Ottoman kitchens and Ottoman medicine alike. Its sweet licorice-like seeds were chewed after meals and brewed into teas, above all to aid digestion, to relieve bloating, and to soothe an upset stomach. It was also given to soothe coughs and to freshen the breath. Modern research has found that fennel contains compounds with antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antispasmodic effects, and studies have supported its traditional use for digestive comfort and bloating, a gentle after-dinner remedy that has earned real scientific backing. Number 7. Licorice, the sweet root of the palace. Licorice root was beloved across the Ottoman Empire, brewed into sweet, soothing drinks that are still sold in the streets of Istanbul today. Ottoman physicians used licorice to soothe the throat, calm the stomach, and ease coughs and inflammation. Modern research has found that licorice contains compounds with anti-inflammatory, antiviral, and soothing effects on the digestive tract. And it has been studied for ulcers, sore throats, and coughs. But there is an important honest warning. Licorice can raise blood pressure if consumed in large amounts or over long periods, so it is not for everyone, which is exactly why careful use matters. Number 8. Saffron, the gold of the spice world. Saffron was one of the most precious substances in the entire Ottoman Empire, and it still is one of the most expensive spices on earth. Harvested by hand from the delicate threads inside a specific crocus flower, saffron was used in the finest Ottoman cooking, but also as a serious medicine. Ottoman physicians used it to lift the mood, to comfort the heart, and as a general tonic for vitality. And here modern science has found something genuinely striking. Several clinical studies have explored saffron for mood, and some research suggests it may help ease symptoms of low mood, with a number of trials showing promising results. Saffron also contains powerful antioxidant compounds. The golden spice the Sultans treasured is now a serious subject of modern research on the mind. Number 9. Chamomile, the flower of calm. Chamomile was one of the gentlest and most beloved remedies in the Ottoman world. Its small, daisy-like flowers were brewed into a tea used to calm the nerves, to help with sleep, to soothe the stomach, and to ease the discomforts of everyday life. It was a remedy for young and old alike. Modern research has found that chamomile contains antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compounds, and studies have explored it for sleep quality, for anxiety, and for digestive comfort, supporting its long, gentle reputation, one of those quiet remedies that has soothed people for many centuries and still does. Number 10. Opium and the poppy and the imperial secret. We end with the most powerful and the most dangerous plant in the entire Ottoman medicine chest, the opium poppy. In the Ottoman world, opium was a substance of enormous importance, both as a valuable trade good and as a serious medicine. Ottoman physicians used carefully prepared poppy preparations for one purpose above all others: to kill pain, and to bring sleep to those in agony. In an age before modern anesthesia, this made the poppy one of the most valuable medicines in the entire empire. From the poppy, modern science later isolated morphine, still one of the most important painkillers in all of medicine, used today for severe pain. But the poppy's power has always been inseparable from its danger. The same compounds that relieve agony are deeply addictive and can be deadly. It is the perfect ending to this imperial story. The most powerful plant in the Sultan's medicine chest was also the most dangerous, a source of profound relief and profound peril, exactly as the Ottoman physicians understood it to be. So, that completes our journey through the imperial pharmacy of the Ottoman Sultans. From the rose to the poppy, these were the plants that healed an empire, spanning 3 continents, blending the wisdom of Greece, Persia, Arabia, and Turkey into one remarkable tradition. And again, when modern scientists study these ancient remedies, they find that the physicians of the imperial court were not simply guessing, they were preserving knowledge that the modern laboratory is only now beginning to fully understand. If this changed the way you think about Ottoman medicine, subscribe to the Green Domain, because we are traveling through the greatest healing traditions in human history, one civilization at a time. Drop a comment and tell me, which of these 10 surprised you the most? Ancient wisdom, modern proof, real results. I will see you in the next one.